going to solve the problem. So he's looking to just drop that down a little. The car's got too much point in it at the moment, steering too effectively for the rear. So the order is Scaife, Tander and Kelly, and that is Jamie Whincup's worst nightmare at the moment.
They go again.
The compulsory pit stop window will open on lap 5 and expect to see people coming straight in.
Down to turn 1. Doohan corner around this southern loop. Look at Whincup right on the rear of Todd Kelly. Taking advantage of that restart to lasso him in. So far, you'd have to say that the play of the day came from Todd Kelly at the start as Russell Ingall gives Frosty a little nudge. Just before they pit, it's a good time to just check what the current championship points are doing. With Tander in second and Whincup 2 places behind.
Okay, Jamie, in this lap, please, in this lap for rear. Copy that.
So they're going to bring Jamie in. We're looking from the front of Craig Lowndes' car. Isn't this a great shot? You'll see just how much sliding goes on around this racetrack at high speed. That's what hurts the tyres. Jamie's car wriggling over the top, Lukey Heights.
And the pit windows start to open, so we've got to close them up. Watch what happens.
So Jamie will peel left. And Craig's got a little bit of fresh air then. There he goes. Notice the very different turn-in line for Craig Lowndes by comparison to Todd Kelly. Turns in much earlier, runs a little wide on exit. Throws some rocks at Winterbottom.
So Scaife went in and Whincup went in. That clears out Tander and Todd Kelly and Craig Lowndes.
I reckon oh, look at a huge moment here for Lowndes, just the same way that Scaife and Richards had trouble down there. Oh, that was very close, and that would have hurt him. So, lacking in car pace, that's why he wanted to come in quickly.
Okay, behind the HRT car, behind the HRT car. Nice work, watch the pit speed.
And again, that's the hard thing. Scaife came into pit lane first. There was nobody else in there, but because the HRT garage is midfield, he ends up getting caught in traffic as they all come around him.
That's right.
And Matty, it's a very, very narrow pit lane here. It was just rears. They were talking about a rear roll center adjustment or the working side and pressurisation at just rears for Scaife in the end, guys.
That's a different strategy to yesterday as well, because yesterday they changed the working side tyres on that car. That is the right-hand side.
Back to our leaders. Todd Kelly is making sure that he is part of this game plan.
Oh, somebody else off at turn 1.
Jason Richards, so deep.
See, there'd be an extra, could be an extra 30-odd kilometres an hour of breeze down there at the moment. It'd be a good 15 knot or more wind. Oh, serious, ugly re-entry there, that one. She's a motocrosser.
I tell you what, he's done a great job to stay safe. That's heavy stuff down at turn 1.
So it's definitely catching a few people down there at the moment. That's amazing.
What speed are they going in there?
On the way in, it's 280 k's before you grab the brake pedal, and then across the middle of the corner, about 205 kilometres an hour.
Bird's eye view of pit lane from Craig Lowndes.
And the pressure on the crews
Okay, away you go, pit lane's clear.
is enormous.
Shrapnel in the exit or 2 when you get out there.
That was really sharp.
We've talked a lot, and they're laying up at Toll HSV at the moment as well. We've talked about the pressure on the drivers. What about the pressure on the crews? Where does Lowndes slot out?
Both Todd Kelly and Mark Winterbottom are taking advantage out there to post good times.
Courtney was very wide down at turn 1 that time as well. 37.1 for Todd Kelly. Fast sector split for Mark Winterbottom. tyres out at Toll HSV, so we'll expect to see one of their cars in very shortly. Remember, they've got the headwind approaching this hairpin where people yesterday were running off when they had a tailwind from the south.
We almost saw Garth Tander come in on the very next lap. The team has been particularly paying close attention to just how fast Jamie Whincup is on new tyres. He was punching in some very, very solid times, and it scared the team because Garth's tyres aren't the flashiest, but they are going to hold out for another lap or two while he is in the clear air.
Well, Grant, you mentioned at the top of the show that the Vodafone boys have got an extra incentive. If they do a sub-3 time on the Vodafone car of Jamie Whincup, they're off to Bangkok. They did a 3.3, and on Craig's a 3.2. Not yet.
36.8 for Mark Winterbottom on that lap. Jason Bargwana.
WPS entry rejoins. What about the wild ride that Jason Richards is having?
This is going to be critical. I think Todd Kelly's made good ground here. He's got a fast car today. So he's popped up in front of these blokes. You can see the pace that he had in the opening lap or two. He was very strong.
Very nicely in front too, and Jamie Whincup has managed to round up Mark Scaife. So Whincup has come back, fought his way around car 200.
Remember that Scaife was held in the lane for the traffic, and they may have had to spend an extra moment there just with the adjustments they were making. But certainly just easing back into the lane was enough to hurt him, so it would have been a half-second or second pause there.
Still to complete the picture at the front is Garth Tander, who remains out there. He leads the race. 1.8 seconds is the difference between him and Mark Winterbottom. This will show Whincup. There you go, straight past.
That's funny because that's the second time we've seen Mark in trouble down there, and Tander now in. And Winterbottom, meantime, has done the fastest lap of the race.
Real substandard stuff. We've got plenty of time up our sleeves, so no stress, okay?
They've been monitoring Jamie Whincup, and they say that he's just too quick on his new set of tyres, so they're responding Toll HSV to come in and change those tyres, but he's going to be put right back into the mix. They've looked at all the computer calculations. He's going to have to dive straight out of pit line and right to the right-hand side of the track to protect his line and lead.
Go. We've got plenty of room.
Nice calm voice there.
Protect your line, mate. Watch your line in one. Todd coming through now. Protect your line.
So Kelly comes around turn 10. Todd Kelly, that is. Garth Tander exits pit lane. He's got lots of room to move. He takes the race lead back. Todd Kelly second. Jamie Whincup third. It's on.
Nice stop from the Toll HSV boys, and the words all sounded right, and you know, calming the crew down so that they're not wound up like tops. It's a good ploy, and the car's got pace at the moment, and that's what they need. But Whincup's certainly not out of business at this point. One of the strengths for Team Vodafone this year has been their late race pace at many of the events that we've gone to, as Paul Dumbrell tours the paddock. Still no pace in the racetrack. Fastest lap held by Mark Winterbottom of 36.7.
Now, just doing some investigating on that race pace you were talking about, the consensus here in pit lane is it's the rubber that's been put down by the previous category. Now, using the Dunlop tyres that we do in the V8 series is not compatible with that rubber, so it's slowing the cars up. That's why you're seeing speed issues and grip issues at the moment. Now, Tim Edwards from Ford Performance Racing tells me that'll take about 15 laps to get the Dunlop rubber down, and then we'll see the pace come back into this race.
It's funny you mentioned that, because yesterday there was a bit of speculation about that as well, and I raised the point that the historic touring cars have preceded the V8 supercars on a couple of occasions, and each time it appears as though it's hurt their pace. This is Rick Kelly.
Go.
Plenty of exiting traffic, mate. You're going to be in a gaggle. Protect your line. Protect your line.
It's not an easy rejoin either. Come over the hill here. He slots in behind James Courtney and in front of Will Davison. So Mark Winterbottom leads the race. Stephen Richards, Jason Bright and Owen Kelly. The others yet to pit. On corrected order, it's Garth Tander, it's this battle that you're looking at. Tander, Todd Kelly, Jamie Whincup, Mark Scaife, Craig Lowndes.
Rick just defending here from Will Davison. He was officially out of the championship hunt yesterday after that ripper start, and then running wide down at turn 4 was enough to put him out of shape.
That's what happened to Paul Dumbrell on the second replay. Not only is that just a horrible sound for Paul in the cockpit, but also he had another one on the way out, but he also dragged down at turn 5. There was a lot of pebbles and stones and junk back onto the track as well.
I heard his teammate also talking about it sounded like he said it was on 7 cylinders. Not good. Not a good day for those fellas. So 11.6 seconds Winterbottom to Richards. They're playing a longer run at the moment. They've got good car speed, so they could jump up and be factors a little later in this.
Let's check out the leaderboard as we head for a break here at Phillip Island. Mark Winterbottom is ahead of the field, but Garth Tander is in the right position. Look out though, Jamie Whincup's there as well. They're all searching for pace out there. There hasn't been a lot of it. You can search all your sport at bigpondsport.com, especially through the off-season. The silly season is well and truly underway. Want all your V8 news, who's going where next year, check it out.
So right, on the current pace of Mark Winterbottom, he continues to be very, very fast at the head of the field. There's about a 45-second time loss to be able to get through the pit lane, take your service, assuming that it all goes smoothly, and then pop back out and see, 25, 30, 32, it's about 43, 44 second margin he's got at the moment. Sorry, I had to do the maths the hard way. I haven't got my calculator with me, but he's about 43, 44 seconds up on Tander at the moment. So he could pop out here and everyone will go, where did he come from? Well, I'll tell you exactly where he came from. He's got